This video is sponsored by Mike's Trains. Mike's Trains in Thomasville, North Carolina has a variety of everything from O scale to accessories, G scale, N scale and HO scale locomotives, N scale and HO scale freight cars, track and accessories, Woodland Scenic products, and the layout on display. Mike's Trains, your main line to customer service. Hey guys, it's Chandler. Welcome back to the Marshall and Southern. Hope everyone's doing all right. This is going to be in-scale layout update number 3. It's been a couple of weeks since I've been with you guys. Had a lot going on here at home, and had a pretty interesting week a couple of weeks ago. Had different things going on. The wife got sick. Dog ended up was sick. Had some problems here with our home and stuff I had to get straightened out. So there was like a whole week where I wasn't even in the in-scale layout doing anything, working on it or running trains or anything. But I'm back now, and so the past week and a half or so I've been pretty busy. And so we're going to go over some of those things I've been doing and talk to you about some other things as well. So we'll start off here, and as we're at the peninsula here at Sand Cut, and you can tell we got puffball trees now on the mountain. A lot of folks were commenting saying I should put some trees, and I was debating on even putting anything at all. And so I actually just finished a few minutes ago making all these puffball trees here. It's not fully done. I think I'm going to put just a couple more on this back side here. Man, that sun's bright coming through this morning. I'm going to put a couple more here on the back side, and then maybe on this little stretch right here. And then that'll be about it as far as puffball trees on the mountain. I had ordered these trees through Amazon. It was like a pack of 40 for like $13. That's, pretty hard to beat for trees. And they actually look pretty good straight out of the package. And I was placing some on the mountain last night because they came in yesterday. And I don't know, I just really didn't like the way they look. And then so my friend Marcus Newbacher does the puffball tree method. I've done them in the past on a previous layout I had. Never made them to the extent I made on these, so I was like, I'm gonna try it. So I went to Hobby Lobby last night and got me some of that polyfiber and had some Woodland Scenic grass and hairspray and just went to town. And so that's what I've done this morning. Let's see what we got next. So I have poured, and I've got to straighten up the lines a little bit. This is very uneven right now. So we got like a gravel drive here at New River Coal Mine that goes around the back side and comes to the back door. And then over here at the dump truck loader, we got going through right here as well. And then it'll just kind of imaginary go off side right there. So that has been done. Other thing I want to point out here too, I want to give a shout out to Line Side Details. They make these N-scale, HO, O, and S-scale signs. See how good I can get that to focus. So, as you guys know, I'm a Southern Railway, Norfolk Southern modeler with some other stuff as well. So, this layout is not being modeled prototypically after certain places, or after a certain line or district, but it does have some prototypical towns and stuff in, like Sand Cut right behind me. But this is New River Control Point, hence the New River Coal Mine. And so they made me this custom in-scale Southern Railway marker sign here for New River. Hopefully that focus where you can see that. So there's one there at New River, and then over here at Control Point CP Marshall, there's another one. It's really hard to get this to focus, but these are some really nice signs. I get them through my local hobby shop, Mike's Trains. So if you're ever in that area, go by and check them out because they have some stuff there. And then they have a website as well, Line Side Details. That's who makes my whistle post signs. I've already got the whistle post signs there in place, as that will be a grade crossing somewhere here in this downtown scene. So definitely going to be doing some more of those signs at different places along the layout, but that's what I got so far. As we work our way out of Sand Cut coming this direction here, we come through the area that I call the Narrows. It's just a very narrow, tight squeeze through here around this side of the mountain that separates the Narrows from New River. And then we get over here to Abbotts. This is Abbotts, the town of Abbotts right here. So it's not really a town, but it's you got to think of it, it's part of the town, but there's not a town scene here. There'll be a boxcar warehouse here that deals with box cars. But this is the area of Abbotts. So that's probably going to be the next scene I'm going to start working on. It's going to be right here. And then we got Abbotts Creek. So my wife has been after me wanting to do a water scene. She wanted me to do a water scene on the last layout, and I didn't. And so I'm doing a water scene on this one. And it's not finished yet. We poured some the other night, and I believe some of it might have soaked into the foam on it. I had it marked off and sealed pretty good, I thought, but you can kind of see it under the bridge. It did a lot better. But this is a creek, so it's not like a river, so it's not going to be really deep anyway. So I'm going to try to re-pour some more, maybe tonight or tomorrow, and just add a little bit more to it. Like I said, it don't look bad. It needs to be just a tad bit deeper. But that's Abbotts Creek right there. So the railroad will cross Abbotts Creek and then come over here to CP Marshall. And here at CP Marshall, it's going to be this farm right here. This will be the Marshall Farms. And so there'll be a fence that'll go along to separate the property of the Marshall Farms from the railroad tracks. This blue tape right here I got down to mark off where the dirt drive is going to be to the house. I got that there right now. I believe I'm going to do my static grass first, and then I'll go back around it and then do the driveway second. So that's where this is going to be. So there'll be like a farm right here. And then, like I said, this is the area of Marshall, hence CP Marshall. And next thing I want to talk to you guys is about this thing. And you guys are welcome to constructive criticism and tell me what you think about it, because I'm not fully sure how I feel about this yet. I got to decorate a little bit more, and then we'll see how I feel. And if I don't like it, I might just take it out. So what you're looking at here at the back of CP Marshall on the wall, this is a piece of foam that I cut into to shape like a rock and make a big rock formation, and then painted it. And then I went over it with some woodland scenic shrubbery and ground foam and just kind of dirtied it up. And then these little mats right here. So I believe his name is Kevin Beck. But up at Mike's Trains in Thomasville, where I go to, he has these like sheets of homemade ground foam. And I seen them on someone else's layout I went to recently, and they chose to go layout. And I really liked how it looked on their layout. And I was like, well, I wonder if I could get it and try it somewhere. And so I bought a sheet of it, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. And then after I cut this rock the other night, I was like, I'm going to cut out some sections and glue it to the rock and see how that looks. I don't think it looks horrible, but I feel like I need to add some more shrubbery, like get rid of these lines around it. Like I said, you can see the lines, pretty vividly where I cut. Yeah, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel about that yet. So I may end up pulling that off and then putting something else on instead, or maybe getting rid of the rock scene entirely and putting a backdrop there. Because that was my original idea, was to do a backdrop here, and I probably still will around the edges. But yeah, I'm not sure. It does look kind of cool with a train going by it, though. Like I said, I got some train staged right now. I was running for some folks last night. I had some folks over to see the layout, so I was running a couple trains for them. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. You guys tell me what you think in the comments. Should I leave the rock and just, try to hide the lines with some more shrubbery, or should I just take it out? I'm not sure yet. Maybe once I get the foam covered here with static grass and everything, kind of get everything dialed in and the track ballasted, maybe it'll look a lot better. So we'll see. So that's kind of how that is right now. I've got a hillside here that I've been working on that needs to, God, what's that stuff called? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I've got to cover it. I got to cover it with a ground foam, and God, I can't think of that stuff off the top of my head. But you know what I'm talking about. I got to get that the sheets and lay it across it. Cover it in glue, and then put the grass across of it. So I got to do that later on. Kind of form it like a little mountain there. And then I got some of them trees I put right here. So I believe I do like them trees here. So I pulled, like, that's all the trees I pulled off the sand cut mountain behind me. So I'll probably place some more along this hillside over here. But so that comes out of Marshall right there. And then haven't thought of the name right here yet where this tank car industry is going to be. And then we'll come into the downtown area that is also not named yet. And then back over here to the yard that is also not named yet. So I've got to get busy with my names and decide how I want to do everything so I get some more signs in from line side details. Trying to think. That's about it for this layout update right here. Like I said, there ain't been a whole lot going on in here the other week because I had a lot of stuff going on at home. So everything's been worked out now. So now I'm back to work on the layout. But I'm really liking how these puffball trees turned out. Need to be covered just a tad bit more. And the sunlight hitting it too kind of looks where they don't look that bare in person. Because I'm looking at it on my camera here. It looks kind of bare here, but I promise if you look at this in real life, like staying here in person, it doesn't look that bad. So then we got two little deer right there on the side of the hill. I'm gonna have a like an I Spy kind of deal, I believe, when I get the layout done. So like visitors, especially like younger kids and stuff, so they'll be, kind of interested with something to do. I'm going to have like 5 or 6 things to see if you can find on the layout. So it'll be like maybe find these deer, or find these people or something on the layout, or like a different color tree. I'm going to do something kind of fun like that. Just kind of gets people involved and something for them to look out to. So, yeah, so that's pretty much it for this layout update. Stay tuned. It will probably be a couple more weeks before I bring you something else. Going to try to get the creek finished and try to get this farm at Marshall here done and get some grass and stuff done over here. And then over here at Abbott's, going to try to get that working. I still got to find a warehouse building. Trying to get the camera focused there. Still got to find a warehouse building that I want to put over here. I haven't found anything that I really liked yet, so I got to figure that out. Trying to see if I got any new trains to show you. We did a review video on these. These are the newest thing here on the collection right now. This is the Atlas -8 standard cabs. Got a CSX and an NS. So they're working together on a mixed freight train. And yeah, that's about it, guys, for this layout update. Hey, I appreciate y'all watching. We just hit our 100 video. The next goal we're trying to hit is 1,000 subscribers on the channel, and we're not too far away from it, guys. So please comment, like, and share the videos, and get everybody to subscribe. Share these videos with your friends and family, and see if everybody can enjoy watching some videos on the Marshall and Southern. I try to have a little bit of everything for everybody. Do N scale, do some HO and G scale. And I have been trying to get back into rail fanning, so that was the other thing I was wanting to talk to you about. So if you're on the Facebook page, you've probably seen where I bought a video camera and was going to try to get back into doing rail fanning. I used to do a lot of rail fanning when I was younger, but now I just kind of got bored with it. A lot. You don't see a lot of the foreign power and interesting power. Everything's just like a C6M nowadays. And then after working for NS for a while and then leaving there, you kind of lost that feeling of doing that. So, but I have been getting back into it a little bit. And so I bought a video camera and was trying it out the other weekend and just wasn't really happy with the results. So I've ditched the video camera and I'm going back to just the camera on the iPhone because it works just as good as anything, I believe. So going to try to bring you some rail fanning videos, something too, just something else to keep videos uploaded on the channel and stuff, and just, something different to look at. I know I got most of my subscribers on here are probably N-scale guys and gals, but I do other things as well. I just haven't been able to mess with the G-scale here recently. Got to do some work on it because it's got a lot of weeds growing around it. It's been a while. It's been like since May, I believe, since we've even ran on it. It's 1st of September now, so it's been a while, so it needs some work out there on it before we can run G-scale. And then I have been messing with some HO stuff. If you see on Facebook group, we were over there on Labor Day earlier in the week running some HO scale stuff. So that was pretty fun. So I'm going to try to bring you guys some different content and stuff. So it's not just solely N scale on here, but N scale is my favorite scale that I mess with. And it's what I mess with the most. So that's why you see more N scale than anything. But hey guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I appreciate you watching. I thank you for all your support. Like I said, you know, the comments you guys give, the likes, you know, the subscribers, you know, it means a lot. It really means a lot to know that you guys are enjoying the content that I'm putting out. I've had people ask me, you know, when's the next N-Scale Loud update video coming? So figured I'd go ahead and make one for you guys. And I appreciate y'all watching, subscribing, and enjoying the videos. Don't forget to click the link in the bio to take you to our Facebook group and Instagram account for the Marshall and Southern. A lot of people don't know about the Instagram account, but that was actually the first account I made for Marshall and Southern, was the Instagram account. So go give those a follow and a like for me. I greatly appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well, and we'll see you in the next video.